Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. And last time out, we defeated the cleaner, and we finally got the last letter of recommendation, which means we're done with the palace now, right? We can just move on. There's no one else to fight. But of course not. We've still got one more fight to go before we can finish our infiltration of the palace. And yeah, so we've got to go up against Akechi this time. And to be honest, this is one of my favourite boss fights of the whole game. This is a really fun fight, two-stage fight to go through. My apologies. It's not too late.
How wonderful. You don't allow yourself to be enslaved by such things.
And I also really like Akechi's portraits here. It really does. His face is so bloody expressive, and the voice actor does an absolutely phenomenal job in his portrayal of him. So yeah, my apologies. Right. And now we got Goro Akechi's rank up to rank 9.
But it's no use talking in hypotheticals. That didn't happen in reality.
So yeah,
Akechi,
pretty much at this point he's... This is where I think a lot of people kind of criticize the narrative of Persona 5.
What are you talking about?
Basically trying, because there is a little bit of trying to redeem Akechi a little bit, and you know, which to me he's just completely irredeemable at this point. I mean, he's affected the members of this group pretty badly. I mean, the fact that, because you got to remember, he did kill Futaba's mother and did kill Haru's father, so yeah. But anyway, we had a bit of a revelation there. Sorry. So yeah, basically, Akechi is Shido's bastard son. Basically knocked up his mother, and then basically just said, "See you later, love." And Shido doesn't know about it. So yeah, pretty much the whole reason why he's been doing all this, why he's been helping out Shido all this time and killing all the people that Shido wants him to go after, is so that he can get up alongside him and stab him in the back. That's pretty much all he wants. All he wants is true ultimate revenge against Shido, the man who, you know, hurt his mother so badly and pretty much cast him aside like he was a piece of trash. That's all, basically all this has been about. The reason why Futaba's mother and Haru's father had to die. A personal grudge held by Akechi. Yeah, of course, Shido bears a large part of it as well. He's the one who ordered them to be murdered. So obviously he's just as culpable. However, yeah, it pretty much just shows that Akechi is a vile, despicable, irredeemable piece of garbage. So yeah, I don't really like. So yeah, from a you know, from a narrative perspective of trying to redeem Akechi, even a little bit, I just like, no. I mean, in my mind, he's just as guilty as Shido for agreeing to do all this shit. The whole thing of him, because that's kind of the thing that's kind of brought up about it. I mean, Shido got him to do this. You know what I mean? And To me, no. Nope, sorry.
I'll tell you all about my true power.
Yep, Shido told him to do it, but he had the choice to whether to do it or not, and he did it. So he's a piece of garbage who needs to be taken out.
Kill them.
And so now we get to see Akechi's full power. And the first half of this boss fight is actually... First time I played it was pretty hard, but actually it's not all that difficult. Not all... Bleh. But to be honest, it's not really all that difficult.
Those cannot be explained unless the true culprit has the power to make people's hearts psychotic.
So yep, that is Akechi's true power. He can go into people's palaces and basically cause them to have mental shutdowns, but he also has the ability to mess with people's shadows in order to turn them psychotic. And he uses that in the boss fight, which is actually really fucking cool. And it also shows that he's kind of similar to Joker in a way, kind of doing the parallels even more, that he apparently also can use multiple personas, which no other character can do except Joker, so it's kind of another reason why they're so unique. So once he turns them psychotic, basically... I can't remember if these guys have weaknesses, but basically these things... sorry. Oh, they do have weaknesses and they do have strengths as well, but anyway. But basically this first boss fight is... The first stage of the boss fight is just you going up against the corrupted shadows, basically. Yeah, and these guys hit like a fucking truck. So, but what kind of happens is that basically their defense gets reduced in half, but their attack gets doubled. So primarily you just need to keep hitting him with every single bit with the most powerful multi-hit moves that you've got. Because what they'll do is they'll waste a turn basically upping their attack and cutting their defense, and then they'll start to... And then from there on it's just nothing but physical attacks. So what you want to do is you just want to keep wailing on them. Hit them with your... I don't know why I did that. That was so dumb of me. I could have just used die around there and it would have been fine, but whatever. Bit of a silly thing on my part. Yeah, at this point I'm thinking I'm just... Well, let's try and get one of them down. Desperation wears off. Which wastes another attack, actually, because as soon as Desperation wears off, they have to put it back on, which means they're not going to cause you any more damage. Jesus! Can you just die, please? Thank you. There you go. So there's one down. Now we just got to get rid of this prick. The other one is... the one I've already taken out is pretty weak. And once you've taken one out, then the fight becomes actually ridiculously easy. Because then it's all about just, you know, use your single hit target attacks. He only gets one attack per turn. So you're just wailing on him, weighing him down, and finished off. And once they're done,
well done.
Now it's time for the actual fight, where we now take on Akechi.
This guy's out of his mind.
Of course I didn't expect you to be defeated by them. You have deceived me and escaped death.
Why did you send them then, for fuck's sake?
I wouldn't give up my chance to massacre you with my own two hands.
Yeah, it's... Like I say, it's typical villain bullshit. Damn it, what the fuck? Hit him! There you go. Does this hit? There we go. Now for this fight, he now uses... He goes back to the persona that we saw him use before, which is Robin Hood. And I believe, from what I remember, he has the same weaknesses. I've now decided to use Concentrate with Arm to kind of just make this fight go a bit faster. Try and cause him, you know, because Concentrate basically doubles the power of the next special attack. So that's what I decided to do. And something else you may have noticed, he focuses attacks on Joker a fair bit. So it does make it fairly easy. At this point, I think I'm just trying to work out, okay, what's his weakness? Does he actually have a weakness? And I don't think he does, but as you see there, on 507 damage. So yeah, we can just focus on keeping Joker's health up. And what was I trying there? Yeah, I think what I was seeing is if I had an ability which could lower his defense to try and cause more damage, but I didn't bother in the end. But I couldn't find anything, at least not straight away. So.
Don't underestimate me.
Like guys, I love his voice act; it's so good. And now once you whittle down his health, he starts using Megadolium, which does a lot of fucking damage. And now targets everybody. So at this point, if you're feeling a bit worried, you can just use Makoto purely as your healing, if you want to do it that way. Don't really need to quite yet, because the attacks he's doing aren't dealing a super amount of damage. So now he's charging himself up. So now his attack has doubled. I don't know what I was doing there. Alright. Time to kill you, bitch. And there we go. 473. And the first phase of Akechi is done. Like I say, the first phase is actually not all that hard. It kind of leads up to the second one.
Special thing like the nav, but it seems to be his own persona's power. I can't believe that the ability to control and drive others mad was born
So yeah.
his heart.
But it's quite a big revelation that basically it wasn't that he was just, you know, killing people's hearts to make them to kind of have mental shutdowns, but he was also doing something else to them as well, to in order to instigate the psychotic breakdowns as well. So there you go. It's kind of the thing here of trying to. Sorry. And now it comes the time where we're trying to get through to him again, trying to basically be like, look, you're your own dude. You don't need to, you know, bother with all this Shido bullshit. Just, you know, stop it. Just search your feelings. Don't, you know, don't have your everything, you know, don't just have everything, you know, don't have everything just be all about Shido. Do your own thing.
So someone would want me around. I am an ace detective.
It's kind of a sad little thing. That line is kind of sad there, that he's, you know, he's done everything to try and give himself the most perfect public image, and he can't get any friends, can't form any kind of meaningful relationships. So he's wondering, like, how the fuck? You need to stop now, dude. And he's kind of like, you know, this dickhead, he was screwed over by Shido. How the fuck is he still, you know, is he better than him? But so yeah, you might remember that Madarame talked about the guy in the black mask. That he was the guy who was going around into the shadow, into the palaces, causing all the mental shutdowns. We know that's Akechi, and yet we haven't seen his other self yet. I don't know why they're like this now, because surely they knew about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they know that Akechi's been doing this shit, so they must have worked out that he's the guy in the back, the black mask that Kaneshiro was talking about. So I don't get why I guess it's typical Atlas storytelling, really. Got to hit the player over the head with it, so they actually know what's going on.
Oh, this is
Didn't he already say that, or whatever? But it's just nailing it in here. He used to be the one behind the mental shutdowns and the psychotic breakdowns. So that means he's going to have to power up and go beyond. And basically he's going to have to use his his full strength, all of his power. He's finally going to have to show it all off in order to kick our asses once and for all.
You're right. I don't give a damn about Shido's acknowledgement. All I care about.
So yeah, he's finally going nuts. His voice acting is so good. So yeah. But that's not going to be till next part, so join me next time for the next part of Persona 5, when we're going to be finishing off our boss fight against Akechi and making our way to the treasure room. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5 when we finish off our fight against Akechi. See you next time.